two more solid shapes to look at, the sphere and the prism. A sphere is a three-dimensional circle. All points on the surface of a sphere are equally distant from the center point of the sphere. So when you see a sphere drawn with a pencil on a flat surface like a piece of paper or the board behind me, we draw a circle, but then to give the circle that three-dimensional depth of a ball or a sphere, we draw another little half, sort of almost a little smile on this side, and little dashes back here to show us that this circle has three dimensions. Examples of spheres are basketballs, soccer balls, tennis balls, and a sphere shape is a very common shape in our real life world. Our next shape that we're going to look at here is a prism. And if you draw, for a prism, if you draw two similar shapes and connect them with straight lines, you get a prism. So I have a little triangle drawn up here and then a similar little triangle drawn right below it. And when I connect those with a straight line, I get a prism. The shape at the bottom and at the top are called the bases of the prism. If the base of a prism is triangular, we call it a triangular prism. So this would be a triangular prism. If the bases of a prism are rectangular, then we call it a rectangular prism. And strictly speaking, a cylinder is also a prism with circular bases. So triangular prism, rectangular prism, and a cylinder, which is like a circular prism. You can think of a few examples in real life, like a loaf of bread or a milk carton. It could be examples of prisms. And if you've ever seen the chocolate bars that are in a triangular form, they also have a triangular prism shape. So let's take a look at a solid of a triangular prism. So my base and my top, which with prisms we just call them bases because they're both the same exact shape, in this case a triangle. So I have a triangle here on this base and a triangle here on the top, which is also a base. We'll call them both bases, and again they're the exact same shape. And then they're connected on their edges with straight lines. And so this is the shape of what we would call a triangular prism. The last one I have to show you here with the solid is a rectangular prism. So let's say that this here is my base, it's a rectangle. And then this is the exact same rectangle on top here. So it's a rectangular base, and then all the sides and the edges are connected by straight lines. And so this is called a rectangular prism.